Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
And when you're down here with me, you float down!
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Friday the 14th podcast. I am the 4K bad guy. Yeah, we're not going to just stay up in the room at all.
And I
You-
am Juan, Mr. Real.
Juan. I like the way you said that. Juan.
Juan.
Sound like a little spit coming out of there.
Little Jewish action. Whoa.
Jewish. Is one Jewish? Secretly a Jew.
Mystery.
There's a missing host. Unfortunately.
Do not adjust your computer sets.
Adjust it. Maybe you'll catch something. But Mr. Fuentes decided that he wanted to take a break to focus on his because he is a rapper and he wants to put time into that. Also, I mean, probably worked a bit crazy. But essentially, he's gonna step down for a side just for right now. But yeah, just kind of hoping that he'll at least be on for one more episode and lay it out on everyone. But
One more.
one more, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, there's definitely gonna be like a presence missed. Mr. Fuentes is a fun guy to talk to, great guy to talk to movies about. But it's bittersweet. He's got to take care of himself personally and do what he's got to do. He's got a lot of dreams he's got to try to follow. So you got to respect that. But the door is always wide open.
That being said, in his place, stop it. Just like that. But now, yeah, it's like you said, bittersweet. Last time I talked to you, I think it was off stream, right? Or going a little blank here.
We had a discussion on Monday. We talked about Pearl. You joined us for a little bit on Monday.
Well, I know about that, but I was like referring to like, because but when was it? I was telling you I was gonna go see Barbarian and Pearl.
Oh yeah, Barbarian.
And you did ask me what if it's worth recommending or
Yeah.
what I
So
think.
we got your thoughts on Pearl. What are your thoughts on the Barbarian?
Barbarian,
Overrated or overhyped?
have you gone to see it yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Okay. So besides seeing the trailer like once, really I didn't know what I was gonna get into. I didn't really peek on the cast who's gonna appear in this movie. Besides, I know it was Bill Skarsgård and the female lead. Yeah, I still know everybody was I heard praise about it, but it was a surprise.
Surprisingly good or
Surprise, good.
yeah, good.
So, yeah, I mean, but I'll give you a rating really. It's highly I would recommend. I mean, it's one of those movies you can't really tell the direction where it's gonna go because it's all over the place. And there's some surprising actors that come on this movie. I don't know if you want me to tell you or just you want to go in and see it for yourself.
I think we'll wait on it.
Wait on it.
Yeah, I think we might just wait just a little bit on it for some foreseeing future.
If I can give a hint, he was one of this people were in a movie we reviewed not that long ago.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's in the one trailer I saw. He's in. This is the last name rhyme with Schlong.
I'm talking about another person, but yeah, that's one of the. But yeah, definitely go see Barbarian if you have not. It's one of those movies that, I mean, it really didn't get thrown out there as promoted as one movie. I would say Smile is being pushed
Oh yeah,
ridiculously a lot. Like every time you go to the movies, Smile. Go
yeah.
on, go see it.
Smile has a huge, production company behind it, but I think Smile unfortunately could be one of those movies that looks like it's either going to be really good or it's going to be just trash. I don't think there's going to be any in between. So,
But I mean, I'm gonna see that movie regardless. The actor that comes out in that came out in Jennifer's Body, the emo kid, he comes out in that movie.
oh really?
I was like, hey, it's that
Smile?
actor. So I was like, that's probably the one of the three reasons I'm gonna go see the movie.
Would you go see Barbarian again?
If I know someone interested in going, I would love to go see it again. But
Um,
if I'd say it's a for sure pickup. I'm not knowing if it's gonna be a 4K, but Blu-ray for sure.
oh yeah, for sure. Pick it up. Pick up. Um, yeah. But today, man, I'm excited about what we're talking about today. I didn't really think what kind of rewatch this was going to be. So I'm glad to hear that you loved Barbarian. Um, excited about trying to see that soon. Pearl, I would say give your thoughts on Pearl, but you guys can go back and listen to Monday's Cinema Movie Podcast
Mm,
episode. Nick
it's a
joined
nice
us for the
plug.
entire Nick joined us for the entire review, so it was fun. Um, but Dawn of the Dead, man, you can either pick it up on Blu-ray.
Oh,
Oh,
Screen
we're showing
Factory
off.
release.
Are we? Do you do the same thing I do?
Mine still has a sticker.
Oh,
But
there
yeah,
you
I
go.
mean, for a while I had it at I think the original artwork, and I was like, what's the point of having the same artwork
Yeah.
underneath? Um, Hilarious enough, like the newer like 4K ones, they don't have original artwork, so just can't really do much with it.
Or if you're not into physical media and you're just gonna check it at home, check it out with streaming, it's available on the Peacock.
Cock.
You can go check it out on Peacock, which Peacock is still running a fabulous deal. Like if you don't mind ads, I think you only have to pay like $4.99 a month. So it's not a cheap plug for Peacock, but I'm just saying, go get you some. So
Yeah, I like that. Go get you some. $5. I forget that there's that price range, but ads.
yeah,
Um,
and I think Peacock is still one of the better values out there. You get live sports, you get movies, TV shows, WWE Network. You get a lot for just $5 or $10. So
and
um,
I mean, just one topic of Peacock. If you're a person who doesn't like going to theaters, then you can watch Halloween Ends on Peacock.
yeah.
Even though I'm still for the go to theaters if you want to see Halloween. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
doing
Yeah,
yourself a disservice.
there's
But if
no
you're a
way.
person,
There's no way I'm not watching Halloween Ends on the biggest screen possible. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh,
who are you dropping over there? Dropping loads.
dropping loads. But yeah, man. Dawn of the Dead is today's episode. Man, it's hard to believe there's only one more left of October. That's next week. We'll talk about See No Evil, which I'm excited for. But I'm ready to get into Dawn of the Dead. I don't know about you. I can't wait to talk some zombies.
Rob Zombie?
Yeah.
Talked about that last week. But the spoiler free synopsis. 01 on the back of the cover. It's gonna try to cheat the system here.
I'll do the deed if you want me to.
Do dirty deeds.
I'll do the dirty deeds. A nurse, a policeman, a young married couple, and a salesman, and other survivors of a worldwide plague that is producing aggressive, flesh-eating zombies, take refuge in a mega Midwestern shopping mall. Directed by Zack Snyder, starring Sarah Polley, Ving Rhames, Mekhi Phifer, Jake Weber, Ty Burrell, Michael Kelly, writers George A. Romero, Zack Snyder. Dawn of the Dead, 2004, had a March 10th, 2004 release date. Go check it out on the Peacock.
Cock. Zack Snyder, man.
You know, he's got another zombie movie that just came out like what 2 years ago, last year.
On Netflix.
Yeah, the one that was on Netflix. Other than it being extremely girthy, I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was a fun Rob Zombie movie. I know it got like really, really shit on, but I enjoyed it very, very much so. So,
Hey, and it stars Dave Bautista.
it does star Dave Bautista.
What is it called? Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead. Yeah, extremely entertaining. So,
But that was a Fuller Spring synopsis.
rating time.
I was like, oh, this is in UHD, so I can show you like visual pictures.
Oh yeah.
But spoiler-free rating.
You pick it. You
I
rate
go
it
for I go first.
out of 5 machetes. How many does Dawn of the Dead get?
This is one of those
Zack Snyder's
positions.
Dawn of the Dead.
I love saying Zack Snyder's this. Like, I mean, like you can say with the Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know, I've not seen a whole lot of zombie movies. I mean, I've seen a good amount, but not a whole lot. Like, there's some movies I need to dive into. But growing up, this was probably like my favorite zombie movie. So I don't know. The rating kind of might be a little bit biased.
Yeah.
Where am I at? It's good.
Let me see.
I know
those
it.
figures.
I mean, it has its flaws, but this is building suspense there. But I'm giving it a 4 loaded.
4 loaded.
That's a term on wrestling tacos.
4 loaded. You know, with the last name Romero that I have, and with being a big fan of George A. Romero, you know, I'll let everybody sit out there and you guys can think if we're related or not.
You're his long lost nephew.
You know, his house is just right up the road from me. I don't know. I'm just teasing you. I think I love zombie movies. Any kind you throw them at me. Even some of the George A. Romero zombie movies that like are super, super cheap that never hit theaters that you can get at like Big Lots for $3. I'm just a big fan of zombie movies, you know, and watching this today just made me appreciate this movie that much more. I'm not going to go loaded, but I'm going to give it a 4 stars. Yeah, I think this is a very, very fun zombie movie. And spoiler warning, we're about to get into it. Go check it out on Peacock.
Or and go buy it on DVD, Blu-ray. They just will get a VHS release.
Not sure. You know, everything is getting VHS releases and stuff like that nowadays. So you never know. You know, I know there's it's a huge market out there, and people are like, oh, VHS tapes, and you know, I don't want to get shit on, but you know, VHS tape, it's a dead technology. It's garbage. Go throw it away. You know,
you bring Laserdisc back.
Just stop. If you don't get Blu-ray, if you don't get 4K, at least go check it out on DVD.
VHS. There's collectors out there for VHS.
There
even
is.
Like,
and I'm not knocking any VHS collectors out there. You know, VHS is cool.
VHS, they're making a new movie.
Yeah, you know, and exactly. They have those VHS movies. But you got to see it with the best technology that you can get.
So how long do you think it'll be before Screen Factory does the 4K?
I think it's going to be a while. You know, everybody was saying, you know, Scream Factory's been pushing out a bunch of 4K lately. They think they're done with deep Blu-rays. No, you know, they're not done with Blu-rays at all. They're still doing all of it. But I think, you know, now this is a whole nother topic, but I think some of their 4Ks do look, you know, not as good as they probably should. I think they're trying to worry about pushing out as many 4K as possible without maybe trying to really give it a good scan. So
I mean,
the last
it,
2 or 3 that I've bought and I haven't been impressed with.
uh, I have the majority of their 4K stuff. But I would say the movie that I thought looked pretty meh was the Craft. It had a lot of
A lot of
what do you
grain.
call it? Grain. Yeah, I was like,
One,
it's too much.
yeah, one cleaned up very well. I didn't go buy it. I mean, I read a lot of reviews before I go buy them, but um, yeah, it's tough. You know, and I know they're trying to keep up with the times, but unless you really clean it up and give it the ultra HD performance, you know, it's tough. They're gonna put a $40 sticker on it and say, "Hey, go buy it."
Go buy it, and it's me. But I mean, the Blu-ray transfer was good. I was thinking about like 4K, but it's like I'm satisfied with the Blu-ray transfer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, let's dig into it, man. I really enjoyed, you know, uh I have this question for you though. You said this is really one of your first zombie movies that attached you to zombies, I guess.
essentially, yeah. Uh,
What do you appreciate most about zombie movies, but in particular this one?
my thing of Dawn of the Dead. I mean, of course, there's the original. I believe it's also set in the mall, right?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the original. I've been wanting to, but I never get around to do it. Um, just yeah, I mean, the setting. That's one of the first areas. I mean, it's not fully original, but it's like the concept of that. Or even like the just like one of the first movies where the zombies were actually getting faster, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true. One of the first zombie movies I ever seen was Night of the Living Dead, like from the '60s, and you know that movie. It's if you're not used to watching movies from the '60s, it could be a little tough to watch, but you know that movie was just like extraordinary to me back you know when I first saw that on. Now that one I did watch on VHS. Um, but you know I'm right there with you. Like Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's edition. Um, I don't think this is one of those movies where I have to go back and watch the original because Zack Snyder's updated version got so much praise. You know, it got really good reviews. IMDb gave it a 7.3, 76 on Rotten. So like it's it's good. You know, I don't think you have to go back and watch the original one. Um,
But what did you want to see?
yeah. Watching
You
this,
can.
yeah, for sure. Watching this definitely made me want to. Um, so and yeah, the concept of this entire movie being 90% in a mall was was phenomenal to me. Like, what place, you know, out of all the places you could think of being surrounded by zombies in a world-ending apocalypse, a mall would be like the perfect place to have a zombie movie.
I mean, they even made a game about that Dead Rising,
Yeah,
like on the Xbox.
yeah, and I mean, you have so many zombie-themed everything. Call of Duty has zombie things in some of their games. Um, Resident Evil's video games, Dead Rising, like you said, theme park rides, um, you know, haunts, you know, haunts or spook. Oh,
Oh,
not. I'm getting excited here. Like haunted houses and stuff, like zombie themes. So yeah, like, and this movie, like, it didn't pave the way for zombie movies, but I would say this movie made zombies being cool again. Because you had the '60s and early '70s where yeah there were some zombie movies and they were pretty cool, but like then the '80s you had slasher, you had some paranormal movies in the '90s, found footage movies like Blair Witch, and then Scream picked it back up for slashers. Um, but then Dawn of the Dead in '04 made zombie movies fun and cool again. So made a crap ton of money too.
Yeah, I mean, like in the 80s, well, they were putting out Return to the Living Dead.
Oh yeah.
Those are just fun to watch, but Dawn of the Dead kind of, I guess, bring it back to like the serious tone. I remember we were going to the movies to see this movie, so it's probably why I had like an attachment to it. It's one of the first zombie movies.
What do you think of the cast? Like you got introduced to Anna in the very beginning. She's the nurse. She completely misses all the warnings at work. She doesn't listen to the radio. On the way home, she doesn't have the radio on. When the news stations hit on her TV, she's fucking in the shower, so she's not getting any of it. She's getting it, but she's not getting the info.
I was getting it.
And then she wakes up, or they wake up to Vivian, the little girl, who completely just starts the whole movie off with a bang. And then you get the opening music video. Dude, I love openings like that. I think those are just so cool. Like, I don't know why they don't get used that much anymore.
So I mean, she opened up with a bang, or they opened up with a bang?
Both.
The shower. Oh man. I forgot to mention, like, the beginning of the stream. Which cut did you watch? Did you watch the theatrical, or did you watch the unrated? I watched the unrated.
Yeah, I watched the unrated as well. All hour and 49 minutes of it. It's only a 9-minute difference.
I think I've watched the unrated one multiple times, so I don't know what the differences are from the theatrical.
Since you watched the unrated, it opened up with Zack Snyder's little intro, right?
Yeah. You say what you're about to see is based on true
Yeah.
events and everything.
No. He just says it has more gore, I think. A little bit more character scenes. That's about it. 9 minutes. I mean, you don't get a lot.
Some character development. I was like,
but you get to meet Kenneth, Andre, Michael, and Luda. Did you like the
Chris?
cast? Luda. Did you like the cast? Did you have any issues with any of the main characters?
I for sure like the female lead. What's her name?
Anna, played by Sarah Polley.
Then the cop,
Kenneth, played by
Kenneth.
Ving Rhames.
Those two mainly stick out to me, and then like the beginning group. But I do enjoy the security.
The security douchebag team.
The douchebag team. Oh, not just them in general, but the main guy. I thought it. That is a cool character.
And Ving Rhames is pretty cool. He's most known for he's in the Mission Impossible movies with Tom Cruise, and then he's in Pulp Fiction. So, the thing I enjoyed a lot about this was just all the characters were different. The dialogue that they all were spitting out at each other. Mekhi Phifer at one point's like, "Oh, you're gonna follow a Best Buy TV salesman," and then Ving Rhames is like, the cop is like, "I'd rather follow him than somebody who steals the TVs." So they're all taking like cheap shots at each other throughout the whole movie, and it made me wonder, man. It made me, kind of think like, we're just 2 years off of like a pandemic ourselves. Everybody had those 2 weeks when it first started of like, go to work, go home. If you have to go to work, go to work. If not, just stay home. And it's just watching this movie made you realize, like, dude, like, if we didn't go through what they did in the movie, but if we had to, dude, we'd be messed up. We would be completely screwed. It would be just like Dawn of the Dead. They didn't listen to anybody. They went to a mall and got completely like almost trapped. What did you think though? Like the whole idea of the movie, like them being trapped in the mall, and then obviously, the plot would be them trying to get out of the mall and try to survive. Once they got to the mall, to me at least, the story, and they get to the mall pretty quick, like 15 minutes into the movie. once they get to the mall, the movie just flies by for me.
Yeah, once you're in the mall, it does kind of just fly by. um, I was kind of hoping like they would do more like some Dead Rising shit, just start whacking the zombies. But in the movie, the mall area doesn't really get fully surrounded within the inside because they're mainly on the outside area.
And
Uh,
they whoop out with like games and stuff that they're playing on top with the from across the way.
Oh man, I think Snyder had actually put something like that where they're in the mall and they had to run around and zombies everywhere within the main core. But I mean, they were pretty well guarded. But there was the security zombie like pops out of nowhere. Um,
So you like you said, you get introduced to the security team a little ways into it, which I didn't mind the security team. They did their job of making sure that you hate them before the movie was over. What'd you think of Luda introducing a pregnant chick into a zombie movie? I mean, right off the bat, I haven't seen this movie in years. So right off the bat, as soon as I saw her, I'm like, I forgot. Do the zombies yank the baby out of her tummy and start eating the baby? That would have been pretty cool visually. Or does the baby come out a zombie? I kind of had a hard time.
I always remember that scene, particular scene, because the whole time this guy's just trying to play it off like, oh well, she's fine, she's fine. I don't think they make mention of that she was bit. That's my memory. I think they kind of keep it a secret,
Yeah.
and yeah, just um like a couple of times they try to go. Well, the second time, I believe they find out what's going on. But yeah, Luda's over there like just has his girlfriend or wife, whatever, tied up to the bed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Almost for a second, I thought he was like Herschel Green from The Walking Dead, so about to hoard up some people.
Did The Walking Dead ruin this movie for you? And I wanted to say that by like not in a bad way, but just with how good the first few seasons of The Walking Dead treated everything. They just made everything so perfect and mixed everything so well with zombies. I feel like The Walking Dead. I've only seen the first 4 or 5 seasons. After season 5, I kind of was like, you can only go so much. But the first 4 seasons, phenomenal television, and I feel like Walking Dead has kind of ruined zombie movies for me at least.
I wouldn't say it ruined it, but I mean it
Took it
did.
to, took it to a whole nother level.
It kind of bringing that I guess love for zombie movies. I mean to another level. I mean yeah, they did kind of change the game there. I mean I never read the comics before the show. I mean I read the comics after like season 2 or 3 had came along. I did enjoy the comics. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it completely ruined it. Just made me appreciate the zombie stuff a lot more. I would say with The Walking Dead though, I mean, I think I stopped at season 9, 10.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
things
the
just come up.
news. I like the breaking news TV references every few scenes, about how the bite spreads everything faster. Shoot him, kill him in the head. It's the easiest way to get to him or the easiest way to knock him down. But other than character development, this movie was pretty top notch. Even the character development for a zombie movie was really fun. I
Ken
can't
Ford.
really,
I was
yeah,
like Ken 40.
I can't really tell how. I know there were some CGI scenes, I think, but other than a few, I think most of them were all practical effects and makeup in this movie. Um, and this is Zack Snyder's like big. This was his big break movie, I think. Right after this, he did. He got to do 300.
Yeah, I was trying to think of his like filmography, what he's actually done after Dawn of the Dead.
I got it pulled up right here. So just as a director, um, he did music videos for like Rod Stewart, ZZ Top. But this was his big break. This was his first full length feature film, Dawn of the Dead in '04. And then he got 300 in '06, Watchmen in '09, the Guardians movie, Sucker Punch, and then Man of Steel. So what do you think about Zack Snyder, man? You think he's a good director? As soon as he puts something out, would you go see it like opening weekend? Or are you just like, nah, fuck Zack Snyder?
So overrated. I think he's pretty good at what he does. I mean,
I think he gets too much flag, man. I think a lot of people give him too much shit.
Snyder Cut. No, man.
Girthy.
I mean, from the movies you pretty much just threw out there, they were mainly just made action. I would love to see him dive more into like horror stuff. I mean, he's already done the second zombie movie, but I think he could probably put some good stuff out there with the horror genre.
What do you think? Do you think he used too many jump? I don't think he did, but do you think he used too many jump scares in this, or would you say there was just enough for it being a zombie movie? I think there was just enough.
Jump scares.
Yeah.
When it comes to zombie movies, it's like I don't really think of jump scares. I don't know.
Well, then I mean, I get what you mean. You don't really think about it, but a lot of the scenes, he uses quite a bit in them, but they're just done right, really.
From
from like
you
just
wanna-
the noises and the sounds that the zombies make.
like a couple of like as far as jump scares would be the security zombie trying to attack the fountain area, or that the zombie that's in the scene that they're in
Oh yeah.
when they leave from top because they hear something and it's just a dog running back and forth. So like it's just a dog, but yeah, that the other one was legless, I believe.
Yeah, the one
Or
that
it's
came
like-
from up top was legless.
Jumped up like he was like fucking Rey Mysterio or something like that.
Or you have the big lady with one eye who
Oh
was
man.
who rose up from the she Undertakered from the bed. That was a good jump.
And-
You brought up the basement scene, which I think is a very, very good scene, and it ends with the zombie getting like burnt and caught on fire. And like that was a really, really good scene because I don't think before that really you have seen zombies get caught on fire, but this one was pretty cool.
The zombie big woman. um
That's a
I
big
I
lady.
just love how she just got brought in like wheelbarrowed in there. It's like and I don't think she was even like with anyone really. I think she was just like by herself. I mean, besides the group she came with, but she wasn't like there was no attachment because um
I think
you got the father daughter.
I think those are probably some of my biggest letdowns of any not this movie, but just any zombie like movies. Like bringing people in that look like they have been bitten or look like they're losing color. Why would you bring them in? Like
I think at that point they didn't know that the people were turned to zombies from bites at that point.
I literally have had somebody not want to walk up to me at my place of work because right when the pandemic started, I did this. I itched my forehead and she did not want to give me her money. I'm like, lady, the money in your freaking pocket is dirtier than my itch of my forehead. Like if you're too afraid of that, do you really need these gummy bears at 6 o'clock in the morning?
It was a must.
Like,
Gummy
you
in my
know,
tummy.
so like stuff like that is just like a little irritating. Like, if we were really in a dead ass zombie apocalypse, like
Wow,
nobody would
man.
help it. Nobody would help anybody out.
Like people care about germs and all that. People would be over eating asses and everything.
Overeating ass. I mean, bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Exactly. We kind of from the
We're kind of
basement
jumping, yeah,
scene.
we're kind
Oh,
of
jump
jumping all over the place with this movie, but I don't think a Dawn of the Dead film, other than I don't think the scene by scene thing kind of works with rating this movie, reviewing it, because it's just it's almost like a giant theme park. Like, that would be pretty cool too, a zombie movie caught in a theme park. Which, I mean, you get that with Zombieland. Did you think of Zombieland at all watching this? Like the rules?
the rules.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta be fast.
I,
Always wear your seatbelt.
I didn't think it was Zombieland at all. Just mainly because Dawn of the Dead was, I mean, the first zombie movie for me. So, um, I mean, when I think about like when I watch Zombieland, I just think of Shaun of the Dead.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
one of
see,
like, that type of situation. But when I watch Dawn, I don't think about any of the movies.
dude, Shaun of the Dead is good too. Like, man, there's so many good zombie movies out there that it's just like, as soon as I started watching this, I was like, my mind just started racing about all their zombie movies. Um,
There's 28 weeks.
28
That
days later,
28 days.
28 weeks. Technically they're vampires, but I was gonna say I Am Legend, kind of, maybe technically. I don't know.
I would say like some of these movies, like they're not even considered zombies.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm like, well, to me they're zombies. Just the dead.
Did you have a cast member that you did not like at all?
Character I did not like. Mm, Probably just I would say, I mean, the guy with the boat. No, I don't know. That's too easy. He's a dick on purpose. But as far as just the stupid the decision that she makes, it's the guy's daughter
Oh yeah,
trying to go for the dog and screwing up the plans.
she deserved to die.
Yeah, I would probably say that.
So Zack Snyder's very, very creative. You see that in Army of the Dead, with spoiler alert, but with like the tiger zombie and some of the other stuff like that. But like, and I know he was trying to stay true to the original Dawn of the Dead. But would you want to see him do like anything special in this movie, like a zombified animal or a gorilla or like something different like that? Or were you happy? Oh, I mean, overall, we were all happy with the product, but like, I don't know, any fantasies?
Fantasies. Yeah.
I didn't like the security team at all either. I don't know if I already said that.
Yeah. Well, one of the other securities, the younger guy, I believe is the same is the kid in Air Bud.
Oh my god, not Airbud.
That's hilarious. Um, he's that security is he's part of the team, and then he turns to a baby face when that scene where they're on top of the mall.
I also didn't like Ty Burrell's character, Steve. He had a pretty good death.
That's
The guy who was playing golf and he had that
all
sex scene. He had the sex
the
scene with
modern.
that chick.
Now I know him as Modern Family guy.
Yeah, yeah,
even though
yeah,
even though when
yeah.
I see Modern Family pop up, I'm like, that's the Dawn of the Dead guy. So I'm doing vice versa.
Yeah, the Modern Family guy. Other than that, I mean, other than the top three, the cast is very generic, really. And when I say three, Ty Burrell technically at the time wasn't a very big actor, so really, even today, the ones who just have a big name is Ving Rhames and Mekhi Phifer. Um, but really, man, technically, they get out of the shopping mall, they make it free, they make it clear, and then they go to the whole aspect towards the end is that they need to get away from the mall and get onto sea. Because you would think being on sea or being on a lake or water, you'll be fine, right? You'd be okay.
Mm.
What do you think?
Well, this time, I mean, they don't know where to go exactly. I mean, what Kenneth's original idea was to go out to try to track down his brother, but then they gave him the news like, oh, well, we just came from the area that no one's really alive over there. They're all dead. So then they decided to try to look at another place, like was like an island or something like that.
Yeah, they were trying to get to an island also, or just trying to get away, from the mall, obviously.
Yeah,
There was the scene where they're trying to get to a truck too, and they're like, the truck, isn't really going to do much.
yeah, the two buses.
Yeah, I feel like once they got away from the mall, the little 10 minutes from the mall to the end, I don't know why, but I felt like it was too action packed. Not a bad thing, but I felt like it was just too much action. I
Yeah,
don't know.
too Zack Snydery. No, man.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could probably say that. I wanted a little bit more suspense or a little bit more gore horror, but the last 10 minutes to me, honestly, was a little just too much. It was too much action. I know that probably doesn't make any freaking sense.
Oh man, visually it looked cool just that night, and you had all the
Yeah, for
zombies
sure.
surrounding. It was like that looks badass. Kind of flew over the character with what's it, is his name Andy? Oh,
Andy, which
right,
one?
the guy that's at the gun shop area or whatever, doing the holding the signs up.
Oh yeah. The the opposite guy who the one who had the checkmate sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was like one of the cooler, fun moments there. They're having over shooting either they were the actual celebrities or just celebrity lookalikes. 'Cause they had like Jay Leno and Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Um
But
Too many I also kind of was confused with how many side characters they were throwing at you at the very end. You had your main characters, and then you had the people they met at the mall, but then you had the people they met after the mall. So towards the end, I felt like I was just getting a little bit confused with characters. Like, who's this guy? Oh, he's already dead. Never mind. And then you're like, who's this guy? Oh, they're dead too. And I get it. They're bringing in a bunch of people to hurry up and get killed by zombies. Um. So
I don't know if you watched any of the special features or whatnot, but they throw in that guy's point of view with the like he's doing like some video diaries, and he's like pretty much showing his end, which I find it pretty cool.
I did not get to watch any of the special features yet, but I imagine that they're all brand new since it was a Scream Factory release.
There's that, and they just have like different little clips of the news anchor just reporting in and then cutting in out to different spots. There's fun special features on that. But whenever they actually escape from the zombie horde, or at least I think they did, it's sort of
So
like what,
so towards you talking about towards the end?
yeah, it is.
Did you think they were gonna all survive, or did you think, nah, they're all dead?
Uh, I feel like some majority of them had to die. I was kind of hoping the main security actually went for further.
The main security guy with the mustache.
Yeah, the douchebag. Because he went from being a dick to actually being getting his redemption. I sort of say.
Yeah.
So you hate his character, and then he's like, all right, well, this guy can actually did stuff on. He ends up just sacrificing himself on that in back of the bus. It was like what?
Oh, he sacrificed himself. All right.
What cracks me up was like he's already like trying to get the thing to explode, but he's all just getting bit. It's like, oh, it's a fuck.
Yeah. Which makes you, looking at it from that point of view, you're like, he was a dick through the entire movie, but for the good or great, he paid it. It paid off. There's a lot of extreme dialogue, really, that is given to the officer, Ving Rhames. Who'd have thought, Zack Snyder would have some deep biblical dialogue deep in his soul, but there one of the scenes that I want to mention up that he talks to Mekhi Phifer in the bathroom, and he's like, better go in there, say your Hail Marys, stuff like that. I think is small things, but I think looking at the bigger picture of an apocalypse zombie movie, you appreciate like small dialogue like that in film. And I know, some people don't. Oh, you're paying attention to the dialogue in a fucking Dawn of the Dead movie. Yeah, because small stuff like that I think helps make the movie that much greater, because it's a real life. It could be. I'm not saying it could be, but for a made up fake story, it brings real life aspects to that story. So I just thought I'd bring that up because there is some tremendous dialogue in the movie. So another good thing about it, nothing terrible. I don't have anything bad to say about this movie, honestly. I was close to giving it a 5, but I don't know what stopped me. Maybe I the only thing I can say that was a little bad for me was it felt a little lengthy. I think the movie, maybe if I watched the theatrical version, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have felt that way. But I did feel like this movie was maybe about 10 minutes too long.
That's because you watched the unrated. Maybe had I not watched the unrated version. Answer your own question. No, but yeah, it's really good stuff.
What do you think of the ending though, where they finally get to the boat, and Michael is the one who doesn't make it to the boat because he has a bite on his arm, so he stays behind, takes his pistol, and shoots himself.
That's what he does, and it reminded me of the, this is not even an old movie at all. It's more recent. It reminded me of that scene in Jurassic World.
Oh yeah.
Or the dinosaurs.
Oh
it's not even the same thing, but it's a similar situation.
That's funny.
I thought for sure he would have survived, maybe.
So not only with him doing that, you get the lost found footage ending with the music credits and stuff. I thought that was a perfect ending. That was the cherry on the top that made this movie pretty damn good. The Disturbed music also at the end was pretty cool. But yeah, I loved the ending, and I loved how they made it look like a found footage death kind of ending. They didn't survive. Really, if you look at it that way, none of them really survived, and the story and the apocalypse and the zombies continue.
I felt like that was kind of, I don't know. I mean, just hear them like you hear them talking or whatever, like you just hear the background, but they don't really show anyone getting attacked. So back when I was a kid watched this movie at the movies, I thought it was just like left there like open, like for a sequel or something like that. But I always remember like during that time, it gave me chills. Just just the idea. It's like, oh, you escaped the zombies. No, you didn't escape the zombies. They just went to the damn island, the Dead Island video game series. Um, but I love how it was done that way. It was shot in the found footage. I mean, recently just talked about, and on Monday, I love the credits that they don't just fade to black or just show the regular stuff.
Oh
That
yeah,
they give you extra stuff.
yeah.
You know, it was one
Same
of
same
those.
thing here. I think movies that do that, they always earn a little extra cheese for me because you get more than what you paid for.
I think it's
So
awesome. You're just going through like the video.
yeah,
They
I
find
love
that zombie head in the
in the
cooler.
cooler. Yeah,
Yeah,
great scene, great scene. And see stuff like that, which probably could have been CGI, you can definitely tell was a prop. Stuff like that. It's tremendous. Highly recommend it. Yeah, if you got Peacock, guys, go check out Dawn of the Dead. It's tremendous. Yeah.
what the hell? What do we got? What do we got? You got some taglines?
So I'll read a few of the original taglines, and then we can maybe try to create our own. Um, when there's no room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
That's from the original line, right? Or is that just?
Yeah.
I'm sure I was trying to think.
When the undead rise, civilization will fall. So, Dawn of the Dead. When there's no more, when there's no more food, we will eat people.
We'd ask. I
We
mean, Dawn of the Dead. There's nowhere. There's nowhere to go at all.
Dawn of the Dead. When the undead rise, we will eat ass.
Mm.
There's another one that says 36 billion people have died since the reign of humanity. For the new dawn, there is a reunion. 36 billion people have died, and there's no more McDonald's.
Dawn of the Dead. The Devil's Rejects. There's no more room in hell.
Dawn of the Dead, the Snyder Cut.
That's not.
So this one's gonna be fun, I think. So, you gave it a 4.5, a 4 loaded. One of your favorite zombie movies, Nick. It was a perfect ending, at least for me. How would you have ended it?
Oh man. Like I don't think I can be more creative. How it actually ended. It was an awesome ending. Oh,
Yeah. If I love the ending, so I'm not gonna really change it. But if I had to just pick something random, I would not do the found footage ending and just have the boat going off, like sailing away, and then in the background in a wide shot, see zombies swimming towards the boat, and then just leave it alone.
I like the idea. I might just copy it myself. I mean, I'll do a similar thing, I guess. You do them sailing off in the boat, but whenever you're doing that pan out shot, it actually it does like a flyover to the island they're going to, and from there you'll see the zombies just roaming around. Similar, but as far as like the zombie slowly thing, I believe they do that. They do it in Land of the Dead, don't they?
I think so. I'm not sure. I have to go check that out.
Yeah,
Go rewatch it. It's been a while. So
remember when Land of the Dead came out? I thought that was like a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. But I was like, nah, just it's all more.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they put in like double feature, like little physical media, but
Oh yeah, that's true. They did.
that
Yeah.
didn't help out either.
No. Patrick Wilson of the film. Who's your Patrick Wilson of the film?
Mm. What would I give it to? I mean, I would give it to I can't remember his name. The whole time we just call him the Dick Scary. I think that was.
I'm gonna give it to the cop, Kenneth, played by Ving Rhames. I thought he was good throughout the whole movie. He was the strong backbone character throughout the movie, and I enjoyed his character throughout the whole thing. So that's who I'll give it to. So, yeah.
So I just got to go for the bad guy, I guess.
There you go.
I love that scene whenever like he's showing him the way to get the power going again, because it goes off. I say, I'll show you, but I'm not going down to the area or the basement area. He's all, well, can you at least give me a gun? It's like, no gun.
No.
And he hands him the was it an axe?
Oh yeah.
It's all asshole.
Asshole.
Axel.
But yeah, that's the Dawn of the Dead. We've kind of been we don't have a next film trailer like we do for UHD, but next week on UHD we're talking about See No Evil. Kane's See No Evil, which I'm super excited for that one. I think I'm going to do a double feature and watch both of them just for the fun of it. But for the next Friday the 14th episode in 2 weeks, I already have my pick, man. If you want me to go ahead and release it,
release it out to the world.
And you guys are watching this on the YouTube channel. You guys are listening to this on wherever you listen to podcasts at. But October 5th, you can stream this on Fridays, wherever you listen to the Cinema Movie Podcast. It'll be under the same lookup. I don't know what you're how to say that, I guess, but you just type in the Cinema Movie Podcast on Spotify, Anchor, we're everywhere, man, and you can now listen to Friday the 14th under the same branch. iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, and I'm gonna get Friday the 14th hashtagged and get it put on the Prescribed Films Network. So you can listen to Friday the 14th everywhere starting October the 5th. And the movie that I picked out, we're gonna talk about The Fly, man, with Jeff Goldblum. From the 80s, man. That's a sick, twisted movie, and I think Jeff Goldblum kind of makes us all feel a little way, and I think that would be a fun movie to open up the month of October with just a weird, creepy fly performed by Jeff Goldblum. I think it's going to be a fun conversation. Have you seen it? Have you got to see it?
It's been years actually since I've seen that movie. But
another Scream Factory edition movie for you to go out and see if you haven't gotten it already.
I have it actually in the box set.
Yes, with all the older ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Same here. I had a hard time picking what movie we should talk about, but I think The Fly, Jeff Goldblum, first week of October. I think it's going to be hopefully a fun conversation. But next week, I'm not stirring away from next week. I'm excited. See No Evil with Kane next week, September 28th. I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be a scene with him and Katie Vick.
That's the deleted scenes. That's who directed this movie. I can't. I don't know, but that's the Snyder cut just by default. This movie,
That's the McMahon good shit cut.
such good shit.
Oh.
That was it's a good time. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, there's Fuentes would have been cool if he was here, but I understand. It's understandable. Gotta take some time off. But as far as stalking us, you can follow me at the 4K Bad Guy on Instagram. You can follow me on us on the Friday 14 podcast Instagram page. Friday 14 podcast UHD, I believe it's just under
UHD.
the D.
Easiest way to follow me, facebook.com/Cinema Movie Podcast. The Instagram is all one word, Cinema Movie Podcast. Go like, share, subscribe, follow this YouTube channel, like this YouTube channel, share this YouTube channel, and you know what? Start leaving some comments with your phone number, and we'll call
Hey.
you. And we'll call you, and we'll ask you what your favorite scary movie is.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, but no, for real. Get interactive. Leave some comments. Comment here. Comment on the channels that Nick showed up. Comment on the channels that I've said. If you want to leave an email, you can leave an email anywhere. You can instant message Friday the 14th UHD on the Instagram.
Slide to DMs.
Yeah, slide into the DMs. Just send us some feedback. Let us know some listeners listener picks. Maybe if you guys are listening for the first time on any other brand where you listen to podcasts at, do some listener picks. Send us in some recommendations. If anybody out there has recently seen a horror movie and think we should check it out, send us some kind of feedback. Dawn of the Dead's a good one. What other zombie movies are you guys out there watching? It's spooky season. If you're not watching horror movies now or next month, what the hell are you doing listening to us? No, I'm just teasing you. But yeah, for sure, send us in some emails too. You guys can send emails anywhere. Comment, subscribe, like, share. Takes 10 seconds. Hit those buttons. Get those thumbs working. Thumb it up.
10 seconds, as long as it takes me to get the job done.
There you go.
But and no, unfortunately, we're not gonna be revisiting Antichrist. But if you want to suggest Human Centipede, all three movies, then sure, why not? Why the hell not?
Yeah, and you can even get on this live stream every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Doesn't matter the brand or the movie. Get on this live stream 8 p.m. and chat with us. Comment. Yeah, get involved. Change our minds. Change our star ratings. Change our machetes.
It's like, why the fuck did you go from a 5 to a 1?
Yeah.
This guy had a valid point.
So
Not enough sex.
yeah.
So what?
But yeah, I think we've said all we could say about Dawn of the Dead. Go check it out. Peacock. Let us know what you
Peacock.
think.
You love fat zombie women. This is the movie for you.
There you go.
That being said, it's been fun. See y'all guys later. See you, Ultra.
D.